right?
Yeah.
Right. Were you nervous or excited?
Both.
You're always a little bit nervous, but you know, you're more excited.
It's good to have a bit of nerves because
It kind of makes you a little bit sharper.
Yeah.
I suppose. Like nerves very much used to get the better of me, and I used to kind of shaky wreck.
Yeah.
But you just like
Feel at home on stage after a while, don't you?
you kind of learn how to deal with it. It's
Yeah.
kind of fun.
It's also like the size of the venue, because like I always find like if you play in a really small venue, like say in London, like with a CD indie crowd or something, and they're sitting there like judging you, being quite quiet, they might be loving it, but you get nothing from them, and that's kind of scary. Whereas like when you play in front of like 3,000 13-year-olds, they like give you a lot more. So like you can kind of like get into it. So it's actually like less scary playing to bigger crowds sometimes, which is kind of weird.
It does make you think what you could get away with doing. Come on stage and you could do anything, and they'd probably love it. So how far could
you could say I hate you and they'd be like,
how far could you go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we find out? Let's go.
Next one was, how did you form?
Basically, we all met at like house parties and stuff. I met Martin at this club called Summer. It's a night called Gaz's Rock and Blues. It's a wicked rockabilly thing. And Martin was having a wee off the wall, and I kind of said, "Come with us to this party," and he got in the cab and came.
and
And
with 7 girls, to be fair.
Twisted it a bit.
they weren't attractive.
And me and Don, like we all met, and then me and Don like started writing a few tunes together, and it kind of came from that and turned into that.
Yeah.
Basically.
What about the name? Where was
We
that?
kind of we wanted it to mean like draw people together, and the name, yeah. So
Sorry.
yeah, and so we want to have this kind of escapist vibe with our performances, and like the music that we produce is meant to kind of transport people away from like urban life to somewhere where they can like just chill and
So it's like get people to do that. Basically.
Quite a good idea. What about influences?
like hugely ranging in terms of the production. From the dance point of view, it is heavily influenced by like quite left field electronica and techno, kind of the likes of Max Cooper and James Holden.
What we were really trying to do is also like with this project, it's like a real fusion of our love of lots of different types of dance music. So through the set you get a bit of hip hop, a bit of techno, a bit of dubstep, and like that's like the undercurrent in terms of production with our own kind of characteristic flavour in terms of guitars, vocals over the top. So it's a real fusion.
In terms recently people who have I suppose we don't really know in particular which bands influence us the most, but like people have called names like Tears for Fears and XX all the way to
it tends to be a hot chip.
Yeah, it's a hot chip, Petrol Boys, and
take it all.
It's like it's not there's no intentions there. It's just I think different people do different things.
If you could have written any song in the world, what would it have been?
Wicked Love. No, Wicked Game, sorry. Wicked Game.
Just giving it a
You look at it like Chris Isaacs was thinking.
So on Wicked Game, what about you, Martin?
When you asked the question, the first song that came into mind was Come and Police. But I love
Not a
Radiohead.
fan of Radiohead.
I love Radiohead, but they're not necessarily my favourite band.
This interview's over. Like, not a fan, really.
I'd probably have to say Let's Dance by David Bowie.
Nice.
Always a good song.
God, I'd love to write that.
Or maybe Rocket Man as well.
You love that.
Rocket Man, Elton John.
I reckon if I did it would have been Clubfoot by Kasabian.
Amazing, yeah.
So heavy.
We played that the other day in the car.
Yeah, it's good.
Just a good song to get everything going.
It was amazing on, what was it, FIFA 98? It was like the
98?
98, yeah.
I think I'm out in 98, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was
I have no idea.
That was when I know that was when they formed.
It was like Road to the World Cup, and it was on that. It was like the first thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, FIFA Road to the World Cup. And it was fucking awesome.
If you could describe your music in 3 words, what would it be?
Well, we've just been talking about this.
Tropical pop.
Okay.
That's what other people have said.
Yeah.
We're now going for escapist tropical electronica, perhaps.
How about that?
Yeah, that sounds alright.
Who knows?
We're not just saying tropical, it's because we have tropical instruments in our set as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of people throw that about.
Bongos and stuff.
Yeah, and marimbas,
Djembe.
We've actually just upgraded to a djembe.
Yeah.
John was
We
on a
had- we had
congas, he's
congas.
now on a djembe. I think it sounds much better too.
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
sounds
It's so much easier to play. Like,
Yeah.
congas, you really got to hit them sweetly to
Yeah.
get a tone.
Don't have like
And
swollen hands after every gig. Like
you should see my canisters. You see, it's quite cool actually because I met this actual percussionist and it's his job. He goes
Yeah.
around head candy or something as like. So it's like cheesy tech house, and he's like playing bongos to it.
It's like you see a
and
rugby.
like he's got these calluses, and he was like showing them off to some people. I was like, yeah, check out mine. He's like, yeah, they're pretty good.
So you see a rugby player or a boxer, and what happens to their face,
Yeah,
their career?
yes.
That's basically what happens to a percussionist on their hands.
Yeah.
It's like.
Right, so obviously you're supporting the Wombats tonight. What other big bands have you supported?
We've been on tour with Metronomy and Crystal Fighters.
Yeah.
Done a few dates with Boss to the People, Fenix Solar.
I saw Fenix Solar at V Festival a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
How
We
are
played
they
Big
good?
Festival as well.
Pardon?
We were there.
Oh, which one? Oh, did you play it?
Yeah.
On
We were in
the...
the Strongbow tent.
Ah.
We're on at like 5 o'clock.
We didn't find that until Sunday night.
It's the best. Like we didn't when I did Isle of Wight as well. There's the strongest
Yeah.
there which we played, and it's just we didn't leave. It was just so much fun there.
It was great.
Yeah,
Like,
apparently it's pretty, yeah.
awesome DJs, and we had like thousands of Strongbow tokens. So just
Yeah.
like I've never drank so much. And
Fucking lad.
great, you're gunning me. I'm just trying to be normal.
Yeah.
If you could
Gunning.
support any band,
Sarah, how was
Who would
it?
it be?
Sarah from the Good Natured's coming in.
Sarah, come round.
Yeah, how was it?
Come and sit like that.
Come on in. How's your gig?
That's alright. We like sweat. We
Stop
embrace
it.
sweat.
Come on in.
Yeah.
And then
Jack, Sarah, Jack.
Hello.
Camera and everything.
Missed the
Yeah.
interview. What was I going to say?
Ask Sarah.
So,
it's like written on a notepad.
Yeah, you can like go back to the first one. but
let's go back to the first one. Okay. How did the band form?
Oh,
Yeah.
Proper interview.
about like 4 years ago, I started writing on my own, and then I asked my brother to play bass with me, and we were like two-piece, and I went to university and met our drummer, George, and then two-piece for like 2 years.
They just smashed it.
Yeah, George is smashing.
Where did the name come from?
Everyone always asks me that, and I don't have a very good story, like,
Just
I just
what's
like
Thought of it.
and we're nice people.
Alright, fair enough. Main influences?
Emotions, really.
Oh, okay. Not band-wise?
I think that's really original.
That was much better than our
Oh,
answer. Our answer was like all long-winded. Yeah.
If you could describe your music in 3 words, what would they be?
got 4, pop with a heart.
Pop with a heart.
Alright, that's good.
Quick,
4.
maybe you should go away. You're kind of killing your drink.
What was I going to say? I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah,
Thanks and well done.
Actually, don't
Cheers,
know.
Jack.
Cheers, man.